And we're waiting to hear about the two LDS volunteers that are being held in Novorossiysk in Russia.
New tonight, we do speak with a Utah man who served there and knows firsthand that LDS church members are not always welcome.
Yeah, Brona Tumult, he sat down with the South Jordan man, Brona. He says Russians can be very wary of missionaries.
Absolutely, guys, especially in this remote part of Russia where we understand they're not used to seeing missionaries. Now, our return volunteer tells us that being detained or questioned while in Russia really isn't uncommon.
I served in the Rostov-na-Donu mission.
That's the same one two young missionaries detained Friday are currently serving.
It's the very southwestern part of Russia.
Tanner Weston has been home for a while.
I came back 2017.
And life in Russia,
you can't understand Russia without going there,
is probably as different as you'd imagine it to be.
It's kind of a different mentality there, especially when it comes to the structure of the government.
While he enjoyed his 2 years,
At the end of my mission, I felt like I'd made it my home because of the Russians that were there.
Weston wasn't surprised to learn what happened last week.
Not really, honestly.
Telling us it's the type of place where you can get stopped by authorities in the street.
Just getting my passport taken away and looked at for a while wasn't uncommon.
Or at the airport.
I didn't feel too harassed, but we did miss all of our flights.
Because some are wary of why missionaries, or volunteers as they're known in Russia, are there to begin with.
You stand out a lot as two young men walking like that in those white shirts, so it's alarming to some people.
And while he didn't expect them to be held this long,
it's worrisome that they've been held since Friday and they're still not let release.
Weston feels firmly they'll be safely released.
I do believe that they'll be fine in the end.
Now we're told the possibility of being detained is covered in missionary orientation, and therefore the LDS Church is aware of the risk. That being the case, we asked the Church tonight why they continue to send young men and young women to Russia, and so far that question has not been answered. Live in Salt Lake, Brona Tumult, 2 News.